Hi kids, my name's Teddy, and I'm Lynette's Palomino quarter horse. I'm 14 years old, and I'm 15 hands tall. I'm also Chris's cousin. Chris, why don't you sit down and relax? We're going to be looking at this picture show. It's going to take a minute or two. So the following picture shows about Mustang horses, or wild horses of America. I have a friend whose name is Oliver. We call him Ollie, and he's a Mustang. You'll be seeing some pictures of him. So I'll be talking to you throughout, and I'll talk to you some more in the end, okay? Enjoy it. Bye for now. Fossilized skeletons prove that over 60 million years ago, a small four-toed animal existed in the United States. This later evolved to be the modern-day horse. Approximately 8,000 years ago, the horse disappeared from Americas. We don't know why. They returned again in about 1500 AD with the arrival of the Spanish explorers and conquerors. It is believed that the herds of wild Mustangs are direct descendants of these Spanish barb horses. The horse completely transformed the Native American cultures, and many Indians became expert horsemen and horse breeders. Wild horses were called Mustangs. That's the Spanish word meaning short and chunky. By the 1960s, only a few herds remained of the millions of wild horses that once roamed free in America. The law offered no protection for these remaining horses. The ranchers wanted them gone because they competed for the land for cattle, and there were sportsmen who wanted to be able to profiteer from selling the horses to dog food canneries. This is a picture of Little Joe, a horse that Lynette was able to rescue from a meat processing plant in Santa Rosa. She paid $40 for him and saved him from the doom fate of ending up in a dog food can. He later went on to be a fabulous show horse. He won many awards. It just goes to show that the Mustangs are very beautiful, talented horses. In 1971, Congress passed the Wild Free Roaming Horse Act. This law gave the horses the right to live in the wild and to be treated humanely. Bureau of Land Management rounds up the horses several times a year and puts them up for adoption. Some of the older Mustangs proved to be untamable. These horses, instead of being left in the wild, are put in corrals where they live the rest of their lives. Roof, roof. Hi, this is Jessie, the Love Family dog. Some of you may know me. The following pictures are of a horse that I know. He's a friend of mine. His name's Oliver. We call him Ollie. He's a Mustang, and we'll tell you a little bit about him. See you later. Bye. Roof, roof. This is Ollie, and this is after he's been rounded up. He's still very much a wild horse, and they'll put a rope around his neck so that he can be caught and handled. But Julie will pick him out soon and take him home and begin working with him. This is a picture of Ollie's family. The black horse is his father. Ollie was still young enough to be in his original herd, and often these herds are rounded up where whole families are brought in together. The first thing that's done is a halter is put on their head so they get used to the feel of that, and then they drag around a rope and they step on the rope, and that gets them used to having the feel of the halter being pulled on. Treats of apples and oranges are given to the horse to gain their trust. At this point in time, you don't go in the corral much because the horse is still wild and can kick or bite at you. This picture was taken after Julie has gained Ollie's trust, and now she can go in the corral with him and she can actually pet him and touch him and feel safe that he's okay with that. Once Ollie became older and strong enough to carry a rider on his back, Julie began to train him to be a saddle horse. Ollie's turned out to be a wonderful horse with a great disposition. He's very loving and sweet. But not all Mustangs turn out to be good saddle horses. It's best to start them when they're young. Hi there, kids. It's Teddy again. And next we're going to show you a little bit about how the Mustangs live in the wild. And then we're also going to show you some pictures of an incident where a friend of ours actually got to touch a wild horse. Enjoy. Bye. A wild horse family is called a band. Each band has one papa or daddy horse called a stallion, and at least one mama horse is called a mare. Once the group is formed, they stay together for the rest of their lives unless they're forced to separate. There is usually one mare in the band that becomes a leader and the other horses follow her. She's often one of the oldest mares. The father horse, or the stallion, watches out for his family, and he can be fierce if he has to be. If another boy horse or stallion comes close to the family, the lead stallion will drive him off. A baby horse is called a foal. Within 2 hours of being born, it can move alongside its mother in the band. Chris's Uncle Lonnie lives in Nevada. This is a band of Mustangs that lives close to Lonnie's house. While recently on a trip to Nevada, we were able to get close to a band of Mustangs. This mare actually left her family and approached my friend. She touched his hand, but as soon as she smelled him, she ran off. Well, kids, I hope you enjoyed this presentation about the Mustangs, my distant cousins. Have a great day. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.